What I want people to know is that everything they're doing online is being watched, is being tracked. Every single action you take is carefully monitored and recorded.
So I watched The Social Dilemma, this documentary on Netflix about algorithms and social media and how they have this power and it's unregulated and they are manipulating us and taking advantage of us. And they've just created basically social media. It's the way that they hired these engineers to design social media in a way that makes it addictive. And we've seen like articles about this in the past, but they really break down how it's done in this documentary. So definitely go check it out. But basically, essentially, what they do is, you know how you go to like a casino and you have these slot machines, and every time you pull down the slot, you get a new number. So it's the same thing when you're on Instagram or on any app and you scroll down. Every time you scroll, it buffers a little bit. You're going to get something new every time you scroll down. And so it's like designed that way just to continue to make us keep going on these apps, creating notifications. Their goal is to get us on these apps, to get us on their platforms so they can exploit us and make the most amount of money possible. But before we get into that, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all of the above. It really pushes this video out in the algorithm and encourages me to make more videos. This video is brought to you by Brand Video Pro. We help brands and influencers scale their influence and sales. So if that is of interest to you, head on over to our website, click the link down below and find out how we can help you. You can book a one-on-one consultation with me where I can guide you in, these various things that I talk about on this channel. One-on-one consultation, online course, lots of resources, so go check that out. All right, let's begin. So you're either being sold the product or you are the product, right? It's free to use, so we are the product. And how do they make money on social media? It's by, selling us, the audience, to advertisers. So they get to advertise on their platforms. And the more that we stay on these platforms, the more money that they get to make. And the more money they get to tell advertisers they make. Look, there's good and bad to this. This is what television has done. This is what television has done since the beginning of television, or since the beginning of advertising. The only thing that I will say that is the problem, or it's a problem. It's a problem, but it's also not a problem, because at the end of the day, there's so many advantages to social media, especially if you're selling a product on social media. This is actually advantageous to you, but there's so many advantages of social media. It gives you access. It gives you the ability to connect with people that you haven't seen in years. It gives you the ability. It's really about connection, and it gives you the ability to sell products online and do all these things. So a lot of people, especially coming from the perspective of a business that sells stuff on social media, you're not going to have a problem with this. But ultimately, it is a problem the way that they've created this addiction to social media and the negative effects it has on societies. So we have different negative effects. For example, the most obvious ones, and the ones that they're talking about right now, especially the whistleblower, is what it causes, how it increases people's chances of suicide, people's chances just having sort of mental health issues. So that's a big one. And it really has caused depression and increased suicide rates amongst especially tweens, like preteens and all these young kids. So that it is detrimental to young people in that way. And it gives people like body dysmorphia. It gives people just unrealistic ideals when it comes to the way that they look, etc. So that's one part of it. And you have people that are actually like getting surgeries to look like Snapchat filters. So on that side, that's one bad part of it. The other side is social media in other countries where there's less regulation and government corruption and all of that. It's used to, as a communication tool. It's used as a communication tool for wars, for, unrest, for riots, and all sorts of things. I mean, we saw it in the US in January of this year, 2021. So social media is used as a tool for bad things, but it's also used as a tool for good things. So like, yes, and there are pros and cons to this ultimately. either way, that documentary, The Social Dilemma, is definitely something to go check out, definitely something to watch. They really they dig deep, and really just let us understand what the issues are with social media. Now, when it comes to it, governments need to create some sort of system to regulate social media. Anyway, so that's my review on The Social Dilemma. Go check that out. It's on Netflix. And let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above. My name is Kenim, and see you next time. Peace.